Hello again. I did a little poll on the Crazy About Adult Coloring Facebook page, and this was the book that everybody wanted to see. This is Awakening Artful Colouring. It's by Crystal Salamon. I think that's how you say it. I hope so. She's on the page, so she'll correct me if I'm wrong. Beautiful book. Paid $20 for this one, plus $4.50 shipping if you need to have it shipped. It's not the thickest book. It's got about 37 pictures. So for $20, it's definitely not one of the thicker books. But I will say it's printed in Canada. So that is a huge bonus, not only to Crystal, but to the people who work in Canada at Virga Books. Again, please correct me if I'm not saying that right, but I think it's great that she decided to keep everything in Canada. Total bonus. Beautiful book. Nice thick cover. Take a little peek inside. Again, just like the Enchanted Forest and Secret Garden that we looked at, these are all hand-drawn. Beautiful, beautiful hand-drawn art. She even signed this one, which is an absolute bonus. Again, the cover of this one can also be colored. It's got the bit of a glaze on it, so you probably wouldn't be able to use your Crayola markers or anything like that, but you could probably use, I'd say you could probably use your Sharpies even on that one, or your pencil crayons. Again, gorgeous book. This one has lots of tips and tricks as well that you can get on the website that she has. It's called artfulcoloring.com, and you can go on there and check out all kinds of fun stuff. I haven't actually been on myself yet, but I'll definitely be checking that out. So that's also a bonus to be able to share with other people, get some technique tips and some supply tips. Give you a quick look at, sorry, this is another one, definitely doesn't lay flat, and that's not a bad thing on this one because there's no double page spreads. It's not perforated, but she does give you a little guideline there on where you can cut the page out with some scissors, or I'd probably use an X-Acto knife. I always color in my books, so it's not a big deal to me. These are single-sided pictures, so if you like to use your Sharpies, this is definitely the book for you. You can just put a piece of board or even just a couple sheets of paper in between to make sure that you're not going to leak your markers or your Sharpies onto the next page. This one also I love, has lots of variety in pictures. So it's not the same thing over and over again. There's animals, there's flowers. I can't hold it down. It keeps shutting on me. There's flowers, there's people. Sorry, it's going to be crooked. I have to hold it down with my leg. I wouldn't say, this is a hard one. Some of them are quite intricate, I guess you could say, and others are not. See? This is another great book that I would recommend for older kids who want to escape their Mickey Mouse coloring books and move on to something that takes a little bit more thought and a little bit more time. Again, beautiful hand-drawn photos. The paper quality is really nice. It does have a bit of bleed through. Again, I can show you with my pencil crayons, and I'm quite heavy-handed, so if you're light-handed on your pencil crayons, you're not going to have any issues at all, but I am super heavy-handed, so it shows through just a little bit. I know the camera doesn't show it very well, but then this is one that I started with the mapped markers, and you can see too it's a little bit of bleed through. I put another sheet of paper in between, so I don't know if it would have transferred onto the next page, but honestly it doesn't look like it would have, even if I wouldn't have had anything in between. Though you can see it on the other side, it doesn't really matter because they're single-sided pages. Great mandalas. beautiful butterflies. She also said that she made these, I think it was 8 by 10, she said, so that you can frame them. A lot of people work really hard on their art and they want to put it in a frame. So that's another great thing about these books. Cute little elephant. And lots of flowers. There's not as many pictures in this one. Again, for the $20, there's, I think, about 40, just over 40 pictures in the book. But again, I think it's totally worth the price to pay to keep everything in Canada. Not only is Crystal a local artist from here in Alberta, but she published, self-published actually, this book here with a printer in Saskatchewan, I think. So great to support not only a local artist, but a local printer as well. So definitely worth the money, I would say. I know she's planning on working on a few more books as well, so I'm definitely sure this isn't going to be the last one from Crystal. Beautiful butterfly. Again, some of them are not too intricate, so if you're the kind of person, again, that doesn't want to sit around for hours and hours working on the same picture, this is also a great book for you. Beautiful sugar skulls. I think this is the one that Crystal said is her favorite. It's beautiful. This is another one I just quickly did to give everybody on the page the idea of what to do for the black and white challenge. And this will show you again with a black marker where you're definitely going to get the most bleed through. It's not that bad. And being a single-sided book really doesn't make a difference if it bleeds through or not. Lots of beautiful mandalas, hearts, nice peacock. Whoops. And the sugar skull. One thing about this book, again with the ink, is that it does transfer from page to page. Again, it doesn't really make a difference because they're single-sided, but if you're heavy-handed like me, just be careful because the ink is going to move from your one page to the next page. But I find in some of my books, when the ink, I don't know if you can really see that, when the ink transfers from one page to another, it lightens up the picture, and sometimes you can see that it'll, like, a line will go from light to the darker and then light again where it rubbed off a little bit, and this one doesn't do that. Even though the ink does transfer a little bit onto the back of the page, it doesn't ruin the actual picture, so that's great too. Again, this is a gorgeous book by a local artist, Crystal, who's a part of our group, so you can give her a shout out there. Tell her how much you love the book. Beautiful butterfly. Another mandala. And last but definitely not least, is this beautiful unicorn. And again, this is glossed over. It's got a nice glossy finish on it, so you could definitely color it. Probably not, again, with your Crayolas, but probably a nice Sharpie or a nice everything. It's nice to be able to color the entire book. And there's the beautiful Crystal. Gorgeous book. Awakening Artful Colouring. I would definitely recommend this one. Again, I know you probably said that too many times. There's not really a book I have that I wouldn't recommend, but I would definitely recommend this one for beginners, for kids, just for anyone really. It's a really great book. Gorgeous. Good job, Crystal. Beautiful book. Hope you guys enjoy. Tomorrow I think we're going to be doing Anamorphia, and I might do another poll just to see what everybody's interested in seeing tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed.